Yeah, I'm back. But like I said, see, here's the thing. Um, Black women, I don't understand why they doing what they doing and saying what they saying, but they are. But I ain't gonna be with no woman like that. See, look, here's the thing. My experiences. I love all women. They all got something to give to a relationship and to a man. Straight ones, I don't like the gay ones because I ain't into all that. But I'm saying, for me, I've dated white women, blondes, brunettes, redheads, Italian, dark hair, no hair, black, white, Asian, Indian, Spanish, Egyptian, women over in the Middle East, them kind of women. I've dated all types of women of all different cultures. And every one that I've dated is different. But the only ones that seems to give me the most problem, or men, the most problem here in the States, is the black women. Why? Why is it you can't act right? Why is it you always got to have a smart mouth? You always got to be acting a fool. You always want to get aggressive and put your hands on folks and call people every name in the dictionary and out the dictionary. Why is it you can't act right? Do you think any man, I don't care if he's black, white, or foreign, is going to keep putting up with that bullshit? Every time he come and get around you, he come home from work tired, dog tired, trying to make things right, taking care of you and the kids, or if you don't have none yet, or you're expecting, why are you acting like that? Why you think you better than us? Because of the stuff you be saying. Putting us down, calling us no good, we're this, we're that. I done heard it all. But you got white women and other cultures do the same thing. But look, here's the thing, from my experiences. Like I said, I've dated all type of women. White girls, to me, from my experiences, we have conversations like this, but they wasn't raised like that. And it really ain't no excuse anyway, because either you a good person or you're not. Simple as that. Ain't no in-betweens. Ain't no sugarcoating nothing. Ain't no trying to say this and say that and make excuses. No. Because the white girls I dated, they don't disrespect like that. They don't be calling you out your name like that. They don't be calling you no good unless you do something to them to make them do that. Well, then there it is. Then you deserve it. But I'm talking about just dating somebody. All the white girls I've dated, I've had the most fun with. I've had fun with black women too. Certain ones. Not because they in the ghetto. There's some in the ghetto that's got beautiful hearts. They're beautiful people and got beautiful families. But I'm talking about the ones that's upset because the black man they feels leaving them. The black man ain't leaving you. We just don't want to hear that bullshit. Simple as that. I mean, if you like what you hear, what I'm saying, and if you don't, I could give a, one of them. But all I'm saying is, I've dated Asian chicks, Japanese, Chinese, Korean, Filipino. They all was in my corner. And what I mean by that, they all helped me out of situations. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's certain black women that I've dated that helped me out of certain situations. But I'm talking about the ones that be getting on the internet, mad at the world because black men are leaving them. And then they want to call black men lame Then they want to call black men losers. Then they want to call all these negative names to their own black male men because they can't control them, or they can't get their way, or they're jealous of the fact that there's other options for black men and men of color to date. Black women, you ain't the only ones out here to date. And it goes the other way too. Black men, you ain't the only men out here to date. Black women date white men, they date Asian guys, Indian guys, Italian guys, or whatever other race of men. So don't get it twisted. Nobody's better than nobody. You know why? Because Jesus said everybody was created equal. So for you to think just because a black man breaks up with a black woman and then decides to date outside of his race, and a woman also can do the same thing, don't think they're losers and they are better. They're not. The women either. But the thing is, if you ain't happy with one person or a certain group of folks over a period of years, why not look for something different? I'm quick to do that. And I don't hesitate, and I don't feel bad, and I ain't kissing no ass, and I tell you straight to your face, whether you like it or you lump it, whether you love me, whether you hate me. I'm telling you, I ain't got to put up with that. And anybody else listening to this video that I'm talking to that's experienced or went through what I'm talking about don't got to put up with that. Male, female. Do you. That's all you got to do. Do you. You find what makes you happy. You don't listen to your friends and say, well, you need to mess with him, not him. Because that's their opinion. That's what they want. That's what they want to see you do. You do what you want to do. Even your own family members, you can't let them talk you into seeing this unless there's something that you don't know about that's not good with the person that you might be with. You better listen. But if it ain't nothing wrong, ain't nothing going down that's bad and negative, why won't you weigh your options out? Outweigh your options, meaning date other men, date other women. Men I'm talking to about women. You ain't got to stay stuck in no box just because a certain percentage of your race or female, male, female don't like it. F them. They ain't running your life. You run your life through Jesus. Yeah, I'm cussing. So what? I'm telling you that you ain't gonna stop nothing. Love ain't got no color. I want you to know that. Love does not have a color. And it doesn't have a gender or anything like that. Because God is love. Jesus is love. Any woman of any culture can have children from a black man. Any woman of any man can have kids of multiple men of different cultures. Love is the key though, and trust and positivity. Not all that negative stuff. But a lot of sisters is pissed off because they seen the brothers moving on, leaving them behind. Well, there's plenty of reasons why. I don't know them all, but I know some of them. We tired of the put downs. We tired of the negativity. We tired of all that bullshit, and name calling and drama and all that other shit, and then putting the kids in the middle of it, and trying to put the kids against the father, and the women do it too. The fathers do it too, put the kids against the mother and all that. No, that ain't the way it's supposed to work. So men get tired. It ain't just black men, but I'm speaking on black men because of all the videos I'll be scrolling through on the internet when they talking about black men is moving and going and being and dating white women and marrying white girls, and the black women are upset about it. Well, you supposed to be upset because evidently you doing something the fuck wrong. And you need to fix it. And you need to fix it quickly. Because if you don't, you ain't going to have nobody to date that's black. If you still want to be with your black men, it's something you doing and saying that's turning them off. And it goes both ways. You men out there that's doing shit, dogging your black women. You know? It's something you doing and something you saying that's turning her off to make her go and date other men of other cultures. Because why? On both sides? Because we want happiness. We want to be happy with somebody and full of love for somebody, no matter what race they are and whatever gender they are. Because it's obvious we wouldn't have to do that if we was happy with you. But nah, you making things complicated. Simple, stupid shit. You making complicated because of whatever reasons. You know? People are tired. This world's about to end. People don't realize it. It is. And it's here. You're seeing all these things on the internet. Wars and wars of wars. And it's more stuff coming. I don't know if I'll be here to see it. But I tell you what, some of you will. Better straighten up and fly right. Some black women don't want to leave their race. I get it. Some black men don't want to leave their race. They want to stay in the same culture. Well, that's fine. Me, I like all types of women. So if I'm going through something with, say, a Spanish chick or a white chick or a black chick or any other culture of a woman, and I ain't happy, do you think I'm going to stay there and suffer? The fuck I ain't. I'm out. Because love ain't got no color. See, the world wants you to think that, but it don't. Like I just said, God created everybody. I mean everybody. Equal. You could date who you want, and you can marry who you want, and you can have kids with who you want. The white girls I date, in other cultures, especially the ones that I got kids by, they're the most beautiful women I ever met. I showed my ass at times, but they stuck by me. And I changed because I didn't want to lose them, because I loved them. And they gave me beautiful children. And I got girls. It's like every time I get with a woman, she get pregnant, I got a girl. I'm full of women. My spirit is, my sperm is when we make love. But like I said, white girls from the ones I've dated and the ones I have children by, they're loving, they're giving, very respectful, always willing to help you. They make me laugh. They make me cry. They touch my heart in so many things in the sky. And I've met black women the same way. But see, the problem is, I've met a lot of different women like that. I like a woman with a good heart, with a great sense of humor, full of love. You can feel it. You ain't got to say nothing, and you around her and bam, you just feel it. You oozing with love from her. They're easygoing. They're not suckers. They're just nice. Black women too. All of them, of any culture. But the ones that want to strictly stay black, well, you got two things to do. Keep doing what you're doing and lose them, and continue to lose them, or you straighten your ass up and fly right and keep them and work it out. That's the only two reasons and answers I could give you. If you want it, work for it. Mend it, fix it. If you don't, you won't. You're going to lose them. You're going to split up. Whether you got kids or not, you're putting them in the middle of it because they love their daddy and they love their mommy. But it happens all the time. And it gets dangerous where folks do the impossible. And you know what I mean. If you don't, you better be watching Nightline and all these shows that come on about spouses and husbands do some dirty stuff to each other. But anyway, that's all I'm saying. I don't think I'm better than the black woman because I date another woman of a different culture. I'm just moving on trying to be happy with somebody. That's it. We all created equal. It's in the Bible, read it. But I ain't going to stay in a relationship and be miserable the rest of my life. I'm not going to stay in a relationship and act like I want to be there and act like I, got feelings for that person when I know I don't. I ain't that kind of person. Because I tell them point blank. I'll have hey, let's go sit down and talk. This is what I feel. This is what's going on with me, Chaz. And I want you to tell me what's going on with you. And if we can't work it out together and, come to some kind of conclusion or solution, then we're going to part and go our separate ways. If we got kids, well, we're going to have to, take care of them separately. Simple as that. I mean, it's not that hard to figure out. If you ain't happy, leave. If you are, stay. But certain black men, I've heard all these things, they now, because they got a lot of money, they play in sports, the NFL this, and basketball, and all these top sports that we see all the time on the news or on TV every weekend. They got a lump sum of money. Now they want to leave the black woman and go be with the white girls. No, it ain't always about that. There's plenty of athletes that stay with their culture, but there's some that don't. And like I said in this video, they've been through stuff with their own race, and they tired. They want something different. Men and the women. Women in their sport. They tired of guys tripping. So they want to find somebody that don't do that stuff. And live and be happy and content with whomever. I don't blame them one bit. I ain't mad. Because I would do the same thing. And I have. Like I said, this little young girl that I'm talking to on the internet, I don't talk to her now because I blocked her. But when I didn't, it's every time she opened her mouth, she got something, she's texting me. Got something negative to say and don't even know me. We only been talking a few months. She mad because I wouldn't give her no money to get down here from Chicago. Well, she's up there with all them hoodlums anyway, showing their ass. So she showed her ass. She finally got somebody to get her down here. She's not in Columbus. She's in the city close to Columbus. But here's what the thing she had to sacrifice to do to get down here. She wouldn't have had to do that with me. But I couldn't trust her. That's why I didn't help her. So she's mad at me because I didn't help her get down here. But some guy did. I don't know who he is. But she did tell me she wanting to hurt me verbally. Meaning she got money to get down here through this guy. Then they went out to dinner. Good. I don't care what you do. And this is the kicker. This is icing on the cake. Well, we made love. So? Was that supposed to hurt me because you made love with the guy? Because I wouldn't help you get down here and he did? That don't bother me at all. I can't stop you what you gonna do. But I bet you bottom dollar, we ain't gonna do nothing sexually because you ain't gonna give me no diseases because you sleeping around you gonna use your sexual preference to get you down here by having sex with somebody. Do that make sense? Hell no, it don't. You putting your life on the line because you trying to be a plus size model, and you're going to have sex with somebody that you don't even really know, and maybe you do know it. But the thing is, ain't nothing guaranteed. What if he catch something from somebody else? And what if you catch something from him, from having sex with him to get him so he could get you down here? Look, in other words, she wanted him to help her. And I'm sure he said, well, there's a price for me to help you. Meaning, if you have sex with me, I can get you down there. And that's what she did. Because she threw it in my face and she's bragging about it. Like I supposed to get mad about it? No, I ain't get mad. I just told her, I said, you better be careful because you're going to catch something you ain't going to be able to get rid of. Don't sacrifice your life like that. That's stupid. That's suicide. I'd rather have something and die of than to have it and continually suffer. That's crazy. So she just, every time she get on the internet, before I blocked her, she was like sending me all these nasty messages, mean messages, name calling, all this stuff. Out my name, all this. I said what I said back to her, but then I got tired. I said, look, I ain't going to go through this every time she's hitting me up. She's got something negative to say because she's mad at me because I didn't give her my money I worked hard for over the years to get her down here. Ungrateful as fuck. That's a woman. And that's a lot of black women. I ain't going to say it's all the black race, but and then you got white girls too. You got other cultures that do the same thing. They spoil. And they want to control you if you let them. Especially these little young ones. They know guys be on them all the time on the internet and wherever they may be. Because they good looking. But you got to read through all that bullshit. If you don't, you're going to catch something. You're going to get yourself in some shit you ain't going to be able to get out of. That's all I'm saying. But like I said, like a lot of guys going to choose who they want to be with. If they ain't having a good relationship with a lot of black women they've dated in the past and they go and find a white woman or Asian woman or Japanese woman or Italian woman or any other woman of any ethnicity and culture on this planet, love ain't got no color. God said that in the Word. Because God is love. There ain't no color. Like I said, we all created equal. And if they choose to leave, or the women do the same thing from, say, a black man who's not treating her right, and she get tired of going through the same thing with all these brothers, and she want to try somebody different from a different culture, then do it. Be cautious, though. Take it slow like you would if you was with a brother. You ain't got to feel bad because you stepping outside your race. People are people. Men put their pants on of all cultures of the same race, the same way. And so do women. And whatever else that I have not mentioned. So, don't do that. Do you. Do what makes you happy. Don't do what your family wants you to do. Don't do what your friends want you to do. You do what God wants you to do and you talk to Him in prayer. And you do what you want to do. See? Love is love. Misery is misery. Misery loves company. Somebody down and negative. They want other people negative just like them so they can hang around them and continue to be negative. If you're positive and you want to be around positive people, then find them. They'll be around. They ain't went nowhere. You can talk about it and laugh about it and work things out. But brothers gonna do what they gonna do. You ain't gonna be able to stop them. And you know what the big fear is out of all of this stuff? With the women and the guys? The women is worrying about if the sex is good with a white woman or a woman of any other culture better than with them. A lot of people won't tell you that, but I know from experience. Some are, some aren't. And then the flip side of that, the men think the same thing about the women. she's with a white boy, or she's with an Asian guy, or Indian guy, or whatever race of man, male, is he making her feel better than me? Yeah, that's the main thing. But if you ain't happy, leave. Find somebody that will make you happy, no matter what culture they are, what gender they are, and what race they are. I'm done.